My beloved child, before you clicked on this message, something had already started changing around you. There is a heart that has been carrying your name in silence, and heaven has been watching every moment of it. This is not an ordinary connection. This is not a feeling that appeared overnight. Someone has been trying to hide what they feel, convincing themselves that these emotions would eventually disappear, but instead, the feelings only became stronger. They think about you during quiet moments. They remember words you have forgotten. They replay certain conversations while asking themselves why your presence feels different from everyone else. And what they do not fully understand is that God has been allowing these emotions to grow for a reason. There is something happening behind the scenes that neither of you can yet see. Certain delays, certain separations, and certain unanswered questions have all been part of a larger plan. You may have wondered why some doors closed unexpectedly, why communication became confusing, or why timing never seemed right. But today, the message is clear. The person who carries these feelings is no longer able to ignore them. Their heart has become too loud. Their emotions have become too heavy. And while they have been fighting these feelings, God has been quietly preparing both of you for a revelation that will arrive when you least expect it. Don't skip, because the next truth changes everything. Someone close to them has already noticed what is happening. Someone has seen the way their eyes change when your name appears. Someone has heard the silence they fall into whenever they speak about you. And this person recently said something that left them completely speechless. They were told that some connections cannot be explained because they are guided by something higher. Since hearing those words, they have not been able to stop thinking about you. There is another reason this message has reached you today. While they are falling deeper into these emotions, they are also carrying fear. They fear rejection. They fear losing you. They fear that their feelings may never be returned. But what they do not realize is that God often places love inside a person long before the right season arrives. The waiting has never been punishment. It has been preparation. During recent days, this person has experienced strange reminders about you. A song, a familiar place, a repeated dream, or a sudden memory has continued to appear. They have tried to ignore these signs, yet they continue showing up. Even when they focus on other things, your energy returns to their mind. Something huge is waiting for you because these repeated moments are not random. Heaven sometimes speaks through repetition when people refuse to listen the first time. And there is another detail that may surprise you. This person recently asked God for clarity. They asked for a sign. They wanted to know if these feelings were real or simply emotions that would fade away. But instead of receiving distance, they received more reminders of you. Your name appeared unexpectedly. Your memory returned at unusual moments. The more they searched for answers, the stronger the connection became. Stay till the end because there is still one truth they have not yet discovered, and that truth may change the direction of both of your lives. At this very moment, while you are hearing these words, a decision is slowly forming inside their heart. They are beginning to understand that love cannot remain hidden forever. They are realizing that some people enter our lives carrying a purpose greater than we can see. God has been teaching them patience, courage, and trust through this connection. But there is one final thing you need to know. They believe they have been keeping their feelings secret, yet heaven has already exposed those emotions. Doors are beginning to open. Conversations that seemed impossible are moving closer. Distance is becoming smaller. Fear is losing its power. The reason this message arrived today is because the season of silence is approaching its end. Someone who once doubted their feelings is now beginning to accept them. Someone who tried to walk away keeps being guided back toward you. And very soon, a truth that has remained hidden will no longer stay hidden. The person who is in love with you is also discovering that God has been speaking through this connection all along. What happens next depends on timing, faith, and the courage to listen when the moment finally arrives. And the most surprising part is that the first sign of this new chapter may appear much sooner than either of you expect. There is something this person has never admitted to anyone. During the quiet hours of the night, when the world becomes silent and distractions disappear, your presence returns to their heart stronger than ever. They have tried to explain it logically. They have tried to convince themselves that these feelings would eventually fade. But every attempt to move away has somehow brought them closer to the truth. What they are experiencing is not confusion anymore. It is recognition. God has been removing distractions from their life one by one, allowing them to finally see what has been standing in front of them all along. Recently, they started noticing how different they become whenever your energy enters their thoughts. Their worries become quieter. Their heart feels lighter. And for the first time in a long time, they began asking God why your name keeps returning to them. The answer did not come immediately. Instead, small events began unfolding around them. Unexpected memories appeared. Certain words spoken by strangers felt directed toward them. And deep inside, they started feeling that your connection carries a purpose they cannot ignore. Don't skip, because something even bigger is about to be revealed. The reason their feelings continue growing is because they are no longer fighting what God has been showing them. They have spent months hiding emotions, pretending everything is normal while carrying your memory everywhere they go. But heaven has a way of bringing hidden things into the light. There was a recent moment when they almost reached out. Their heart told them to speak, but fear stopped them. Fear of rejection. Fear of timing. Fear of losing something precious before it even begins. Yet after that moment, they felt an unusual peace, as if God was asking them to trust the process instead of forcing the outcome. And now, they are standing between fear and faith. One step could change everything. One conversation could open a door they believed was permanently closed. If these words resonate with you, share this message with someone who believes that divine timing exists, and subscribe because the next revelation may answer questions you have carried for a very long time. What makes this even more surprising is that people around them have started noticing changes. Their silence has become deeper. Their thoughts seem distant. Their heart is focused somewhere they cannot explain. And without realizing it, they are slowly preparing themselves to reveal what they have hidden. But there is still one final secret that God wants you to hear today. This person believes they are waiting for the perfect moment, yet heaven may already be arranging it. Certain delays are ending. Certain walls are weakening. And the emotions they buried are becoming impossible to contain. Something huge is waiting for you because the connection between you has entered a new season. They are beginning to understand that love guided by God cannot remain hidden forever. Every unanswered question, every moment of silence, and every delay has been building toward a single moment of truth. Stay till the end of this journey because what happens next could arrive suddenly. They may soon receive a sign that removes their doubts completely. They may hear words they never expected. They may finally understand why your paths crossed in the first place. The person who once tried to forget you is now asking God for direction. And the answer they receive may lead them directly toward you. What they do next could change both of your lives forever, because the story that has remained hidden in silence is slowly preparing to be spoken aloud. A moment is approaching that neither of you can see yet, but heaven has already written it. The person who carries these feelings has reached a point where silence no longer feels safe. Every day they remain quiet, the emotions inside them become stronger. They have begun noticing that no matter how busy life becomes, your memory returns at the exact moments when they least expect it. A simple word, a familiar place, or even an ordinary conversation suddenly brings your presence back into their heart. They once believed these thoughts were temporary, but now they are beginning to understand that God does not repeatedly place someone on your heart without a reason. Recently, they asked themselves a difficult question. Why does this connection refuse to disappear? The answer frightened them because deep inside, they already knew it. They are in love, and they can no longer pretend otherwise. But there is another truth they have not shared with anyone. They feel that God is asking them to trust something they cannot fully see. They feel that this story is bigger than their own plans. And as they continue praying for answers, they are slowly receiving the courage they once lacked. Don't skip, because the next revelation may explain why this message found you today. There has also been a quiet battle taking place inside them. One part of their heart wants to speak immediately, while another part tells them to wait. They wonder if the timing is right. They question whether their feelings will be understood. Yet every time fear grows stronger, peace follows soon after. It is as if God keeps reminding them that what is meant for them cannot be lost. During the past days, they have started seeing the future differently. The walls they built for protection are beginning to fall. The doubts that once controlled them are becoming weaker. And the most surprising part is that they are no longer asking whether these feelings are real. They are only asking when the right moment will arrive. Something huge is waiting for you because the season of uncertainty is slowly ending. The person who once walked away emotionally is now moving back toward the connection they tried to escape. They have realized that certain people enter our lives not by accident but by divine appointment. Your presence has taught them lessons they never expected to learn. Patience, hope, faith, and trust have all grown inside them because of this connection. And now God wants you to hear one final truth today. The changes happening inside this person are not temporary. Their heart is moving toward honesty. Their prayers are becoming clearer. Their fear is becoming smaller. Soon, they may receive one final sign that removes every remaining doubt. It could happen through a conversation, an unexpected encounter, or a moment so simple that neither of you realize its importance at first. But when it happens, everything they have been hiding may finally come into the light. Stay till the end of this journey because the story is not over. The person who once resisted these feelings is now beginning to accept them completely. God has been working in silence while both of you searched for answers. And the reason this message continues reaching you is